Hi everyone, we are Team 3 and today we are going to present our Pecha Kucha. We have three topics, Julia Chow, JW Mary, and Le Grand Hotel Paris. Our team members are Fangyan Li.
This is Xinran Li.
And I'm Shou Haojin.
This is Zhiying Long.
So today I'm going to introduce you guys about J. William Marriott, who was an American entrepreneur and businessman. He was born at Marriott Settlement in Utah, and he was also the founder of the Marriott Corporation and the parent company of the world's largest hospitality, hotel chains, and food services companies. His family raised him up in a farm and supported him into San Francisco. He was graduated from the Weber College, now called Weber State University, and he was also the student body president with an associate degree from the University of Utah. And he then moved to Washington, D.C. to open a nice to Roots beer with his business partner, Scott Cotton. After the Second World War, the business expanded a lot, like the management of the food services in defense plants and government buildings. In 1957, he expanded his business into hotels, opening the first Marriott hotel called the Motel in the past, and he continues with food services like airline in-flight food service. He also provides food services to many colleges, elementary schools, and other companies. And Marriott was a faithful member of the LDS Church. He donates funds to the church's flagship educational institution. He also donates the Marriott Center to Brigham Young University, BYU's business school. The Marriott School of Business is named into honor of Marriott. J. William Marriott works very hard in 58 years, and he rarely rested. Whether adding locations, perfecting procedures, Marriott breathed, ate, lived, and even dreamed about his business. From his spirit and quotations below, I was really touched by his understanding of hospitality. And Xinran going to introduce more about J. William Marriott to you guys.
Thank you, Howard. Marriott always looked for new strategy to improve his company. He bought a vacant lot next to one of his hop shops, removed the curb, and began offering the first driving service on the East Coast. The waiters called Kerbers ran food to customers on a tray with a fold-out bracket that came to the top of a car door. Customers loved it, and this successful strategy helped him further expand his business. And by 1932, Marriott had 7 hop shops in the Washington area and was close to being a millionaire. Well, World War II caused hop shop revenue to drop. It also presented a new opportunity. Marriott took this opportunity and began managing cafeterias in government office buildings and war protection factories. After 30 years in the food business, at the time that travel and airline was on the rise, Marriott forced a business opportunity and took the biggest gamble of his career. He opened his first motor hotel, a twin bridge near the Washington National Airport. With a $7 million price tag, the 370-bed twin bridge was the last motel in the world at the time. And now let's move on to the next topic.
Julia Chow is a famous chef, author, and television personality. Born in 1912 in California, she grew up in a life of wealth and privilege. After graduation from college, she has worked in furnishings company and the American Red Cross. During World War II, she undertook various positions at the Office of Strategic Services. Her love of food begins when she lived in China during the war. Her passion for Chinese food sparked her interest in cooking. Following the war, she married her colleague Paul Child. In 1948, when the couple moved to Paris for post-work, she enrolled in the famous cooking school, Le Cordon Bleu, and started to pursue her cooking career. After 9 years of research, editing, and recipe testing, in 1961, she published her first book, Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Instead of pursuing convenience and efficiency, she believed that cooking is an activity that is worthy of time and intellectual energy. The book not only brought the cooking knowledge to the American public, but also launched Chow on her cooking career, which lasted for over 40 years. In the 1960s, she returned to the US and was invited as a host for a cooking show, The French Chef. The program was first screened in 1963 and remained on air for a decade. Later on, she hosted several TV series. On the strength of those shows, Julia Chow won the George Foster Peabody Award in 1965 and the Daytime Emmy Award in 1966. In 2004, she passed away and left a great legacy. She's the first female culinary icon in America. While women cook mainly using processed food, Julia Chow's cuisine philosophy inspired women to be experimental and creative in cooking. Before her, there were other cookbooks authored by women as well, but none of them has created a media sensation or such a vital impact on the culinary industry as Chow did. Next, Xinran will talk more about the legacy of Julia Chow.
Thank you, Marian. Julia Chow played an important role in launching the James Beard Foundation at the beginning, which is a national nonprofit culinary arts organization founded in 1986 with a mission to celebrate, nurture, and honor chefs who made American food culture more delicious, diverse, and sustainable. She pushed another founder to purchase Beard's house as a gathering place where the public and media can appreciate the talents of chefs. Throughout her life, Julia Child has established several organizations related to the culinary industry, which raised public awareness of cooking as a career and inspired more people to join the industry. She co-founded the American Institute of Wine and Food in 1981 and established the Julia Child Foundation for Gastronomy and Culinary Arts in 1985. And let's move on to the next topic.
Hello guys, today I'm gonna present Le Grand Hotel Paris. It's a historical landmark in the City of Lights since 1862. It was regarded as one of the greatest hotels of France. Inaugurated under Napoleon III, Le Grand offers guests a magnificent view of the Opera Garnier. The hotel was designed by Charles Garnier, the French architect who also designed the Paris Opera House. The hotel and the opera house certainly have striking similarities, represent the ultimate grandeur of 19th century Paris. Both the building itself and the magnificent opera ballroom are historical landmarks along with its prime location, which made it a magnet for international royalty. Soon after its opening, the hotel welcomed famous guests and Nobel visitors from all around the world, including Tsar Nicholas and Tsarina Alexandra, King Edward VII of England. Victor Hugo also hosts parties at the Le Grand Hotel. Until today, the Le Grand remains to this day the haunt for 21st century icons of film, music, literature, art, and architecture. It was the place for artists to gather and share ideas in the 19th century. Its legacy as a social destination continues today as it did 150 years ago. So this is our presentation. Thank you for watching.